Wheel and axle is the next simple machine you're going to look at. So wheel and axle has two parts, a wheel that is connected to an axle. They have to be rigidly secured to one another. The wheel cannot freely move around the axle. The wheel and axle are moving at the same speed. You can see that right here. Same speed, but since the wheel has a bigger circumference, right? Circumference is the distance around the wheel, around the outside edge, like you're measuring the edge of a circle. The surface of the wheel will turn at a greater speed than the axle because it's further away from that center point. Mechanical advantage. So if you look at this formula up here, mechanical advantage equals dW divided by dA. Well, if we know that the d is diameter, if we are studying the wheel and axle, hopefully that tells you what the W and the A are. So the diameter of the wheel divided by the diameter of the axle. So in this example, this picture, it's showing you that the diameter of the axle is 0.1 meters. The diameter of the wheel is 0.4 meters. That's just for that example, okay? So that means you are getting an increase in speed and distance and a decrease in the force required to turn the wheel. Just make sure you remember that they have to be rigidly secured. The wheel cannot be free to move about the axle. Then I've got real world examples. The single wheel, two wheels on one axle is what you're probably most familiar with, like car tires and things like that. And then for your assignment, a little harder for me to open than for you. You are going to complete this right there in your Google Docs. You're not going to download it or take it anywhere. Remember, you have to hit the little blue pencil to type. Okay, so what you're going to do here, it's laid out for you step by step. It's pretty easy. You're going to watch the video and then tell what happens. Same thing for B2. So the only one I want to talk to you about is the mechanical advantage. Okay, so use the formula. Diameter of the wheel divided by the diameter of the axle. You have to make sure you keep this in the same measurements. So you can see that this is using centimeters on both. And you have to be exact. You cannot round. If you choose to use millimeters, then you have to use millimeters on both. Whatever measurement you use on one, you have to use on the other. Remember your formula, diameter of the wheel divided by diameter of the axle.